Welcome to Perfect Diamond Painter, although you don't have to be perfect to make something amazing. Hello, welcome back. This is going to be my second whip and chat. I'm doing this little cowgirl, and I'm doing it for a Diamond Grandma's Cultures event because I say this is a culture. She's a cowgirl. She's all dressed up to take care of her animals or go to a dance. I don't know which one. I have it kitted up. There's only 10 colors, so it shouldn't take too long. So, how has everyone been? Hopefully everyone's had a good week so far. I know it's only Tuesday, but seems long. School started back today in my town. So and I live right by the school, so there is traffic like crazy every morning and every afternoon. So let's see what we're going to talk about. I know no one's asked, but I'm going to tell you the story of how I came to have some of my cats. My Zinni and Kraken came to me because my oldest daughter lived in a house, a trailer house, and the trailer next door to hers was empty. The electric's trying to cut off here. If it cuts off, I'll have to make this a different video. But the trailer next door was empty, and she heard meowing underneath it, and she thinks it was 2 litters. Either 2 litters or 1 big litter. And the mama cat, she watched to see if the mama cat came back. The mama cat didn't come back. So she took all the kittens and rescued them. And then she called me, asked me if I wanted a cat, and at the time I said no. But then she sent me a picture of him, and he looked exactly like my cat Sammy that I used to have that ran off and never came back. So then I said yeah. And then my son wanted one, and he got the black one that he named Croc. So that's how I got my Zinni. And he's spoiled. He likes women more than he does men. He likes my oldest son the least and my husband. He don't like them at all. He'll have times where he'll lay on my oldest son. But my husband, if he walks close to my cat runs off and hides or tries to slap him. But not to me or my daughter. My oldest daughter, he likes her half the time. So we've always had a lot of pets, even when I was younger and living with my grandma and grandpa, because they raised me. We had pets all the time, dogs and cats. We had a cat that would attack you if you didn't let it outside. I think his name was Tom. I'm not sure. I don't remember him. I just remember him being mean. My uncle would walk by and the cat would meow at him, and my uncle would tell him no, and the cat would chase him and attack him. So my uncle would open the door and say, "There, go." But he used some more colorful language. And my grandma had a cat that she named after her favorite wrestler, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And she named the cat Hacksaw. But when we moved from the house we lived in to a different house, the cat had gotten to the attic area and wouldn't come down. And my grandma said, "Well, we'll get him next time we come." And then when we came back, I don't know what was wrong with him. My grandma think he was bit by something and had rabies, because he was vicious, trying to attack her. She was telling him, "Come here, baby," and trying to get him, and he wouldn't come. It was hissing and like clawing at him, or her, sorry, but wouldn't come down. So my grandma left him there. She didn't want to, but she didn't really have a choice. It seemed like we never stayed in one place very long. We were always moving. I liked it best when we lived out in the country, though. I remember, I'm going to tell you a story about my grandma, about how tough she was. She was, I thought, and I still think, she was the toughest lady I knew. Because she was walking around outside. She had shoes on. But somebody, I don't know who, had left a board with tons of nails in it. And they were sticking straight up. She didn't see it, and she stepped on it. And 6 of the, I think there was 8 or 9 nails in the board, 6 of them went all the way through her foot. Some of them came out the top of her foot. She didn't holler for nobody. She stepped on the board with her other foot and pulled her foot off. And then came in the house with blood all in her shoe. And my grandpa said, "Mama, what happened?" And she said, "I stepped on a board, and then they had nails in it." And he said, "Let's go to the hospital." She said, "I don't need no hospital. What are they going to do? They're going to put some peroxide on it and wrap it up. I can do the same thing." And that's what she did. And I was amazed about, this woman, nails sticking through her foot, and she didn't even cry about it. I would have bawled. I still would bawl. I'm not as tough as she is. Then there was another time that she stepped, it's in the same place. She stepped off the porch to go outside, and a scorpion somehow bit her on the foot. And she used some very colorful language. She didn't cry. She was mad. And she came in and told my grandpa. Grandpa wanted her to go to the hospital, and she said again she didn't need no hospital. She didn't go to the hospital. No, she never went to the hospital for as long as I can remember, until I was an adult and she fell and broke her hip. Still didn't want to go to the hospital. My Uncle Joe, that's married to my Aunt Jeannie, my grandma's daughter. They went up there. Joe walked in, walked over to my grandma, picked her up, and took her to the hospital. And she had broke her hip. They had to operate, and then she had to learn to walk again with a cane, walker. She never walked around good after that, though. And she couldn't see. That's why she fell, because she had lost her sight and she couldn't see. And somebody left something in her way. But she was a tough woman. Her and my grandpa had been married for 50-something years when she passed away. And my grandpa didn't do very good after that. I would always take him Easter baskets and Christmas stuff and cakes and pies. I was always cooking for him. And I took him an Easter basket after my grandma had passed away. And you could tell he had no life left in his eyes. And it wasn't too long after that. I think within a year after she had died, he died. He fell off his bed, broke his neck, went to the hospital. You would think that they would keep you if you have a broken neck. Said he wasn't supposed to be moved a certain way, or it would, I don't know what exactly they said, but basically they should have kept him or sent him somewhere for treatment. But they sent him back home for my aunt to take care of. And he didn't make it much longer. When she called me and told me that he was not gonna make it much longer, I went over there, and when I walked in, he called me by my childhood nickname that he hadn't called me in years. He called me Boozy. I don't know why that was my childhood nickname, but it was. Only for him. He's the only one that called me that. He called me Boozy and said, "I knew you would be here." Oh, I guess he was waiting for me. Yeah, I was raised by them because different reasons. But I got closer to my mom after I was an adult. She wasn't around much when I was a kid. But I liked living in the country. We'd live by horses, and cows would be over there. Sometimes it didn't smell very good, but I remember going to my cousin's house that lived by horses. They had a lot of horses next door to them. My foot went to sleep. And the guy would let us come over there, me and my cousins, all three of them, and we could ride on the horse. I was scared because I'd never been on a horse. So me and my cousin got on there together. Ouch. It's just me. Sorry. Kicked the table. But yeah, he let us get on the horse. We feed the horse. I always thought they was going to bite me. I had my foot propped up and it went to sleep, and now it's tingling. So what else can we talk about? Well, someone said they like to hear stories of like the past or something. I didn't even pick up one. But Sherry, Kentucky Philly Diamond Painting and More, I think is her whole name. She asked a question a week or so ago in her video about what made you start diamond painting and when did you find it and stuff like that. Well, I have been diamond painting for a few years. I got into it because I think I was just looking around on Amazon and I seen this thing pop up and said diamond painting. And I was talking to my daughter about it and I was like, you think I could do that? And she said, you never know until you try. So I got one. Didn't know what I was doing, but I figured it out. Used the little tiny pen and tray that comes with it for the longest time. Then I had to stop doing it because of my carpal tunnel and my arthritis in my hands until I found bigger pens and a bigger tray because I did not like the little bitty tray. So it helps me with my depression and my anxiety and all that. I'm supposed to be on anxiety medicine, but I can't take it because I can't function during the day. So I take a half of one when my anxiety is really bad, but I don't need to get something different. But then I don't work. I stay home. I have EDS, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and my body doesn't have enough collagen, so my joints can slip out just by walking across the room and get dislocated. And there's all different like stuff that comes with it, and then there's no treatment for it, no cure. You can just treat the symptoms, which is what I guess I do. I go get injections I have neck problems because with not enough collagen, your neck has to work harder to hold up your head, so then you get neck pains. I get headaches a lot. So diamond painting just makes me happy. And I have some of mine displayed in my hall, all my ladies. I don't have enough wall space. And then some of them, a lot of them I give away and make them give to my daughter or my niece or my aunt. I'm working on a big one for my aunt that says family. And I gotta mount it to canvas and give it to her. I have two. I have one made and one that I'm making. Both say family, but both look different. Then let's see where some tubes are and her boots. But yeah, I like making them, and then I like to gift them to people. I have a lot of my off-canvas ones that I have done just hanging up here. I sealed them, then I hung them up here to see. I don't know, I'm gonna hang some up, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with all of them. I have Christmas ones I made last year that is put up right now for Christmas. I need to get some Halloween ones. Oh. Then, let's see. Trying to remember what else she asked. Yeah, so with EDS, I can't work. Can't stand very much. I can stand like 20, maybe 20 minutes tops. It was 10 minutes until they did this burning of my nerve in my knees. Now I can stand a little longer. So I like to do the special drills. I like a lot of them. I just don't like eyeballs. I won't do any with eyeballs, like the big eyeballs in the middle. I don't like them. And if it has a bunch of little holes, nope. I like the off canvas. I'm doing one now for my son's work friend. I had to stop working on my cultures one and work on that one because it's for his birthday. And his birthday is the 29th, but it's only a 30 by 40, so I'll be done with it today. What do you do? Sim, oh, is it your bracelet? Get it. Ouch. There. Ow. Trying to get my cat's bracelet and I hit my head. Here. Oh, did he? Let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about. Oh yeah, my oldest son picked up diamond painting. He's doing a Venom picture. I showed it in the haul that he got, and he's doing it. He hasn't done it in the past couple of days. I don't know if it was just a phase or if he'll pick it back up, but he was doing good. But he has autism and OCD, so everything has to be like lined up perfectly. So it shouldn't take him a little longer. I tried to get my oldest daughter to do it, but she has no patience for it. She said that her drills, because I gave her a little 20 by 20, and she said they were all over the place. They were crooked. She couldn't get them straight. So she gave up on it. My youngest son, he wanted to do one, and he got a baby Yoda a few years ago. And I kitted it up for him, had it all in front of him. And then he kind of looked at it for a little bit and kind of got lost and was sitting there going, So I ended up having to do it. So if any of them does it, it'll just be my oldest son. My youngest, she likes to paint by number. She just finished an astronaut paint by number. She's done some cats. Excuse me. My throat was dry. She's done some cats. She's done the Eiffel Tower. She's done one for her sister. She's doing one now for my aunt that she calls Nana. She didn't really have grandparents around because my mom wasn't around much when she was little, and then my mom died when she was little, so she has her Nana and Papa, which is my aunt and uncle. It'd really be her great aunt, but and she calls him Nana. And she got the other kids to call him Nana. So all my kids call him Nana, Nana and Papa. So I think this is going to take longer than I thought it was going to take. So I will probably make this a 2-part maybe. We'll do some more of it tomorrow. And if you guys have any questions or want me to talk about anything, leave it in the comments of this video. And then we'll talk about it tomorrow. I'm going on 30 minutes now. So I think we'll stop here because I have a lot of 2s left. So, but if you guys have anything you want to ask me, anything you want to know, and then I thank you guys for watching. Come back and see some more of her done tomorrow. And if you like the video, give me a like. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And come back and see me. Bye-bye. And remember, mistakes are a part of the bigger picture and may even turn it into a masterpiece.